Hello, my name is Dr. Omar Kholeif. Omar Kholeif, anglicized as Omar Kholeif, or I am one of many avatars, including in this space today as Dr. O. When you see these glasses, it means that we're talking to the avatar. We are sitting in an exhibition at the Third Line called Perpetual Inventory, Volume 1. And the title Perpetual Inventory takes as a loose reference point a book by a critic called Rosalind Krauss, who in her collected writings invited us to think about how the critic, but also how we as cultural practitioners should continually seek to reflect on what it is that we have produced in the way and in the realm of culture. In 2020, the world came to a standstill, and we really had to look inwards to take inventory. I found myself obsessively in the storage units, these vaults, these archives, these histories of art in and of our region, back and forth shuttling between Sharjah and Dubai. And I started to wonder, what were these objects that lay sleeping and dormant in these spaces? Why were they laying sleeping? Is it because no one knew that they existed? How would I make them animate? And this really became part of my awakening during those very difficult 2 years between 2020 to 2022, is that I wanted to redefine or open up to the world what the process and practice of curating was and could be, which is that curating is about storytelling. It's about not only telling your own stories, but also giving people the right to narrate their own journeys. Hence the birth of this project, which has been 2 years in the making. And I've called this first volume an exercise in looking. The exercise of looking here was really about sitting and thinking about how to piece together an iconography, a field of vision that invites you into a portal or a gateway where you can literally transcend your body. So that when you enter into a physical space of a gallery, you're not just simply looking at an object on a wall, but you're leaving your body. And what we feel now, at the very end of 2022, is almost a reckoning, a summoning to return to the embodied experience. And so the exhibition begins with a work by Omar Kholeif, a Moroccan-Spanish artist who for me is one of the most significant painters of his generation. Literally a metaphor for how Arabic melodic music is composed, a system of thinking, is a vortex, a portal, ushering and summoning you into a space where you can transcend through and from your body. From here, we move into the architectonic imaginary of the late Munir Shahrudi Farmafanian, who in these incredibly sophisticated, glitter-induced drawings, through a repetitive and straining act, creates cellular and modular topographies for the mind to linger. Geometries and abstractions that literally unfurl and unfold right before us, but also that actually play with our ontology, with the field of visuality, with the ocular, with the spectator, moving you in and around space, even though you may be standing in one space. And I tried to add to that by literally bringing in and inducing color into the space for the first time since the Third Line opened its doors into this particular venue, which was to bring in color such as the blue behind me, which is actually a blue that's very much associated with my avatar, Dr. O, but also with one of my creative collaborators, the avatar of Reem, called Cran. Because color encourages us to think about what does it take to change and pivot around a work of art. And I invite you to exercise your own way of looking here at the Third Line this winter.